What's up, internet? What am I doing today? I have no idea. All I know is I'm hanging out with my cousin, so we'll find out together. Let's go. Stay hydrated, folks. So I ended up going to Descanso Garden again, but this time I went with my cousins. But you guys already know that was with my cousins because I told you that. When I'm filming this is like two days after all that. So that's why I look different from the first clip. Yeah. When I went to Descanso Garden, went with my cousins this time. It actually wasn't as cold, but it was still pretty cold. So I dressed warm, but the day I went was like the last weekend. So the time I'm filming this is the last day. So if you're watching this, it's too late to go now. It sucks for you. But yeah, I went there with my cousins, the usual people. We started off with the usual flower power because that's in the beginning. You saw in my other video. Sorry, I'm repeating all these things. And next we went to the rainbow sycamores, whatever it is. It's the 4-cylinder looking thingies that change colors. And I explained this in another video. And the next one, you went to the usual Instagram, Snapchat famous spot with the lights that look like stars and the archways, and people went there. If you follow me on Instagram, I made a little. You saw it in the little snippet I made on Instagram. If you don't follow me on Instagram, it's the same name as my YouTube channel. Shameless plug. I'm stupid. We went there, and what's cool about this, since I was with my cousins, we mess around a lot. We like to say that this is why we're not allowed in public, because we're embarrassing. Well, to us we're embarrassing. I don't know if it's embarrassing to other people, but I'm pretty sure we look stupid to other people. But we like to do stupid things like
doing the same motion over and over. Well, that doesn't help for a boomerang. What should I do?
And then after that, we went to the Symphony of Oaks, which is, you know what that is as well. Here's a small snippet. It was just that, not really me much talking. And next to the Fantasy, we went to I don't even know where we went. We went to the Lightwave. Next, we went to the Lightwave Lake. It's just that, you can control it. I didn't really record myself controlling the things, but you could see it right here. Next, we went to the Luminous Lawn, but this time normally there's 2 different sections, but this time there was only one section, and the other section was closed off. I don't know if it was broken or they just closed it off because they're closing soon. But yeah, so everybody was on at the one spot. There was so much people, so we just hung out at one different section, but it was still fun. But it looked dirty because recently it rained, so all the pads there that you step on were all muddy looking. I don't know if you could tell on camera, but you could see like all the muddy footprints and all that because everybody is stepping on mud because it is a garden, so it's dirt everywhere. There's mud all over the pads, but the lights still change, so as long as the lights overpower the muddy lookiness, so it was fun. We did all that. and then we went to, at the end. We went to the sign because the ending and the beginning collide with each other. Not really collide with each other. That's the same spot. The ending and the exit. The beginning and the exit. Entrance and the there you go. Entrance and the exit were at the same gate area. So that's where the exit. That's where the sign was. So we took pictures at the sign. Since I have a light on my camera, we were using that to make better lighting. It was funny because all the cousins, they were there with their siblings, and me, I was just there by myself. I have siblings, I'm the youngest, they're all married. They don't really hang out with these group of cousins. We hang out with a different group of cousins. It's a whole complicated story, I'm not gonna get into it, but I hang out with these group of cousins and they don't really talk to my older siblings, so they had their siblings with them, and then there was me. So they took, each of us were just like, sibling picture, and then add Russell. And then next one, sibling picture, then add Russell. We were using my lighting, and then at the end we used a group. It was stupid because I have this camera with me. I was using the light for it, and it didn't hit me until like the next day that why weren't we taking a picture with this camera? We were using one of their phones and we're just using the light attached to it. And then because at the end of all those different complicated looking pictures, we took one group picture. We asked the people behind us if they could take a picture of us. There was two of them, and one of them held my camera with the light attached to it. I was thinking like, he probably thought we were so stupid, like why aren't they using this camera? But it's okay, because since they took a picture of us, we offered them this light. Like, they got lucky because there was a huge line behind us. I didn't even realize that. There was a huge line behind us, and the people behind us got lucky because they got better lighting because it was nighttime, and they had a good light for their picture that we took for them because they took a picture for us. And I'm just talking. After that, like we planned to have a sleepover at one of their place. A place we call HQ. We call it HQ because we're always there. That's if we're not there, hanging out there, that's the place we meet up at, and then we go to where we're going, so we just carpool. So we had a sleepover at HQ. We planned on making a fort, which was pretty cool because as a kid, I actually never made a fort growing up. So this was like, and which was weird because I didn't actually help them. I watched them, but here's a little snippet of it. As they were making the fort, the guys were just messing around. There were just three of us because they were using zip ties to help them hold the blankets on chairs and all these things. So there's extra zip ties, and one of us were like, "Oh, did you see the video about that one person like how to escape from zip ties around your wrists?" And then I had him like he was practicing going like this, and then eventually we tried it. But the thing is, the zip ties are too small, and then so we just added another. We connected it to another zip tie, but we used two small zip ties to wrap around his wrist. But the thing is about the video, it was only taught us about how to escape one big zip tie. So we were like, that's the trick. Don't use one big zip tie. Use two small zip ties, and they can never escape. So here's him trying to escape.
You gotta get angry.
Go.
You wouldn't like it.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't one. Maybe he was drunk. He doesn't look good.
Come on, I like the week.
Okay. So what do you mean? I can't do it.
You guys are stuck like that. He couldn't really get it out because it was so hard. He kept trying, and then eventually he just gave up, and he went to the kitchen and got scissors, and he just cut himself out. Look at this guy trying to break himself out.
I haven't even started yet.
Can you do it?
Jesus Christ.
Can I see after?
Can you do it? Oh, he did it. You broke free.
Hey!
I did it. I was like this.
I heard you snap.
After all that, they finished the fort. It was like, it looked better inside than it did outside, but I don't even know how a fort is really supposed to look like, so it was nice.
Every time, whenever I lay down.
What an amazing fort. Let's see the inside, guys.
Are you recording?
I sure am.
What's up, YouTube? Welcome to my crib. I'll show you around.
There you go.
Over here's the living
What?
room.
With the camera?
Here's a master bedroom.
Can I crawl out?
You look creepy crawling towards the camera.
I got in the
Oh my
car.
God.
I have.
It was cool. There was 8 of us, and all of us fit in there. It was cool. So the purpose of the sleepover wasn't just to build the fort. That was just half of the idea of sleeping over. So we built the fort, we slept in the fort, and then we ended up, because with these cousins, we like to plan things. We plan things once a month, the least. Sometimes we plan more than one thing a month. We try to theme things or like have specific things when we hang out. So this time we tried to do a breakfast thing. So it was like a breakfast thing. I don't even know what else to call it. It's funny because people brought things to make. They have ingredients and blah blah blah. And then there was me. I had brought 2 cans and a bottle of honey, which is some of them asked me like 2 cans and a bottle of honey. That doesn't really sound right. In my head, like these are just random things, but at the same time, like sweet and salty are good combinations because they complement each other. So I was thinking of the Spam with this honey. It was pretty good. We ate breakfast. They cooked. I was supposed to cook the Spam, but I was one of the last people to wake up. They started cutting it, and then they were cooking bacon, so they were waiting. I'm like, okay, it's cut. Okay, cool. Like when it's done, I'll just start cooking it. And then one of them started cooking it. I'm like, okay, I guess less work for me, I guess.
I like the cookie, but it's gonna run out. I like a run out.
I can eat mine without cooking. Just like But you're right. I know, that's really gross. Like rainbow. Black.
Fingers down my spine. Girl, you look mighty fine. Won't you rub your fingers down my spine? Girl, you look mighty fine. Won't you rub your fingers down my spine? Girl, you look mighty fine. Won't you rub your
In the end, it was cool. We had this breakfast setup family thingy, which is cool for me because I don't remember last time I had breakfast during the breakfast time. Or breakfast during the morning when you're supposed to really have breakfast. I usually like breakfast in the middle of the night. After that, we just hung out, watched another movie, and eventually, sorry about that, my camera overheated for some reason. Or it just can't record that long. After that, we all went home, and then now I'm here. So if you like that video, subscribe. If you don't have an account to subscribe, make a video, then subscribe. Like it, comment down below whatever you want to comment. If you dislike the video, dislike it, and why are you watching my video? And so yeah, so get out there, try something new, and remember, have some fun.